So let's take you through the morning papers now. Here with me to review them are the author and broadcaster Emma Wolfe and the former editor of the Daily Star, Dawn Neeson. Welcome back to both of you. We took in quite a few of the front pages in the last hour. Let's take a look at the Daily Star Sunday, Dawn, to kick us off this session. And there's an interview here with Sue Pollard, isn't there? Not very happy about, I think it's particularly BBC comedy, isn't it? So what's she saying?
It is. Hi. Right, okay. Well, basically, Sue Pollard, who was starred as Peggy in the famous, it was about a holiday camp, wasn't it, set in the 1950s? And she's literally given an interview to the Daily Star Sunday today saying that the BBC in particular don't appear to make any family comedies anymore. Anything you can sit down and with your, with your mum, with your nan, with your kids, and enjoy it as a family. Like Heidi High wasn't that great, I have to admit, but she's saying there doesn't seem to be anything like that on TV at the moment. And you know what, I was struggling to actually think of something that was comparable. And I really couldn't. Look, this was in the 1980s, I think, and it brought in 16 million viewers per episode, so it was hugely popular. And I'm just thinking now, what have we got? I mean, Gavin and Stacey was pretty good, wasn't it? Because you watched that with a family. Personally, I liked Father Ted. There's been some great comedy at the moment, but I mean, all I can come down to at the moment is Mrs. Brown Boys, but I can't think of anyone that actually likes that. And I'm sorry, but so what she's saying basically is bring back family comedy. We all need it at the moment, and we all need something to sit and have a giggle with as a family, and preferably not something political.
Well, yeah, I think she's saying, isn't she, she wants laughs and not lectures. Emma, have you got any thoughts on this? Are there I mean, everyone's got such different taste when it comes to humour, though, isn't it? For some people, it's relaxing to see a bit of spiky satire. For other people, they want something a bit cosier. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it?
It's tricky because also people don't really sit down as a family so much and watch, sit around the box in the way that they used to. I have to admit, I never saw Heidi High. I'm sort of clueless, completely clueless on Heidi High. I mean, absolutely, we need something feel-good. We need something away from politics. And whether that's a lovely programme or, I don't know, going out for a picnic or reading books together. But I'm afraid I'm not sure whether we need to bring back Heidi High or whether anyone would be watching it.
Well, yeah, we'll leave that question hanging in the air. Dawn's shaking her head, I'm just going to say. So we're going to make a very strange turn from comedy to talking about something incredibly serious. And this is on the front page of the Sunday Telegraph, Emma. This desperately sad story about Archie Battersby, a photograph there of his mother. I mean, very sadly, the 12-year-old boy died yesterday when his life support was switched off despite his family's efforts to keep it on.
Yes, and this photograph of Archie on many of the front pages, Anna. It's an absolutely tragic case, and there are no winners in this. One can see both sides. One can see that the medical advice that was, given in the best will in the world, with people, doctors and experts saying, look, he's medically brain dead, he's not going to recover. And you can absolutely understand the desperate fight of Archie's mother and his family to keep him alive. I think I've spoken to so many mothers about this in recent days, and all of them have said what I feel about my 2-year-old boy, which is I would fight and fight and fight to the last breath to keep him alive. And I don't, yes, all the advice was telling her that Archie wasn't going to recover, and, it was a great cost to keeping someone on life support, and maybe there would never have been a solution. Maybe there would never have been that miracle cure from Europe or something. But you understand why the mother kept on fighting to be with her boy. And what makes me sad, Anna, is that she had to spend those last days with him doing media interviews and fighting through the courts for this. It's just absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, our hearts really do go out to her and the rest of the family. A really awful situation. Dawn, let's turn to the Sunday Times, shall we, and a bit of politics, because we've got this leadership contest. I think we're only about halfway through it, but it feels like it's gone on for a long time. And the Times focusing really on the different pledges. They call it the Great British Pledge Off.
Actually, that sums it up perfectly, because that's exactly what it's done. I mean, Margaret Thatcher did it, as you say, didn't she? Everything a politician promises at election time has to be paid for either by higher taxation or borrowing. So this Times piece is brilliant. It's drilled down into all the promises both either Liz or Rishi have made over the past, as you say, it feels like it's gone on for a lifetime already. And Rishi has actually made 2.6 promises to voters every single day. Liz, 2.7. Now, between them, that's a total of 144 pledges. And that's 4 times more than the last 2019 leadership campaign between Jeremy Hunt and Boris Johnson. And the Times done it brilliantly, and I must admit I was fascinated by this. I know, I sort of agree with Sue Pollard, I'm a bit sick of politics and want more comedy, but this is almost like comedy if you look at it. I mean, sort of like, what the Times has done that is brilliant, they've worked out the fudginess, the ambiguity of what each one is promising. And the immigration, for example, this seems to be nailing this one. I mean, Richie has promised a lot of stuff, but almost 73% of it is sort of fudged, and no one actually knows what he's really saying. And the economy is very similar. They're both focused on that one hugely, obviously. But again, they're both, a lot of the promises they're actually saying don't actually, if you look at what they're saying, actually work out in reality. Health is another thing where they're both obviously promising a lot. And defence. Now, Liz Truss, to be fair to her, is actually quite strong on defence. 20% of what she says actually is not that ambiguous and does work out, even though she hasn't explained how she's going to pay for it.
I'm going to rush us on because we're talking to some politicians later, and I do want to talk about moustaches. I've only got about 20 seconds. But Emma, apparently Movember has come early. Very briefly.
Okay, I should declare an interest. I cannot bear facial hair on men. I've got pogonophobia. I don't like beards. But this is, according to the experts, the moustache has fallen out of favour, but now it's back. The Commonwealth athletes have been rocking moustaches. Lots of celebrities have been rocking moustaches. They're the thing to have.
We'll look out for them. My husband will be gutted. He's got a beard. Anyway, more later.